like date night at the cinema.
I like Rocky Road with popcorn.
Tom and Beth are the only couple taking part in my 12-week weight loss experiment.
They're really, really nice. You have seriously eaten all of them. Unbelievable.
22-year-old Tom works in construction. His eating habits at work haven't exactly been healthy.
I'm going to building sites a lot. Eating on the go is a massive thing. I might find a service station and get the meal deals.
21-year-old Beth has been with Tom for over a year now. It's been a positive step for her, but it's also had an unfortunate side effect.
When me and Tom first got together, we'd go out for a lot of meals, and he'd come around here a lot, and we'd get, like, 4 takeaways a week, which is really bad. I think after about the first 6 months, I did put on 2 stone, and then I was like, whoa, no, I look ridiculous. None of my clothes are fitting me.
Since Tom and Beth signed up to take part in this, they're cooking more at home and have cut back on eating out. But they don't want to give this up altogether.
They're out with their friends in and amongst all the pitfalls and the nightmares of high street chain food. So I'm going to have a little look at what they order, see if I can point them in the right direction and help them out.
We have this running joke in my family that I'm, like, always the first one to the buffet. I just love food. I just can't say no.
But rather than say no, I think you should still be able to go out to eat, but make better choices when you do.
Hey there, guys. Hello. Come just in time for the ordering.
Yeah, we're all starving.
How many calories have you got left?
I've got 700.
700 for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
See, that's not bad. What about you, Tom?
I've got about 900, so...
Tom and Beth have very different calorie allowances. He's on 2,700 calories a day, while she's on 1,600.
And what about the motivation with each other regarding the amount of calories that you can have?
I try and eat more in the day, so I don't come home and there's the pair of us on Beth on, like 500 and me on, like, 1,000.
So what would you do in a situation like this, where you've got loads of nice things on the menu? What do you go for?
Think of yourself, you're in a happy space, you're out with your friends, you're in one of your favourite restaurants, it's good fun. You know the food is tasty, even if it's the lighter option.
Well, after seeing that under 600 calories, I'll probably still get a pizza, because it's still nice to know that you can have a pizza, but it'll just have a hole in the middle with some salad. This time last year, I was so unhappy and I really wasn't confident with myself, and now I just feel like a completely different person.
Well done, you guys. I think that's amazing. Well, guys, I'm going to leave you to it. I have to say, they look amazing,
It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks great. It smells lush. I'm going to go and leave you. Stop ruining your evening. See you later, guys. Nice to meet you. See you later. See you later. Good luck.
Well, basically, in boarding schools, you sleep in the school, basically.
Well, boarding school is basically a second home where you learn and you make friends and things like, and that's really what it is.
And personally, I really like the school food.
New school, and I've got to pick a teddy to bring there. Okay, I've decided it's between one of these big ones. Where's the big ones? The other big one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe.
8-year-old Luke Clegg is about to begin life at one of the country's most exclusive boarding schools.
B.
You'll get very good at this because you're going to have to do it every day for the rest of your life, probably.
Rest of my life? I don't think the rest of my life.
Well, school and work. Now, OK?
I'm a little bit nervous.
What are you nervous about? What's the book?
Well, sleeping without mummy and daddy near me. Not sleeping in my own bed, not having all my own teddies. The new teachers, the matrons and everything like that. I'm getting kind of freaked out about that. It's kind of spooky.
I got really nervous. But then I felt this is a really nice school. Everyone's looking after me. I just enjoy myself. People maybe don't go to boarding schools because they don't want to be away from their mum or they don't have the money. But I think it's quite nice and having a bit more chances in life.
Come on, little fella.
Dominic Allen flew in from his home in Shanghai 24 hours ago.
This one goes that way, right?
Tomorrow, his parents will make the 6,000-mile journey back home without him.
I think he's going to stay in this room for 2 years.
Well, Danny, they spend only sleeping time in the room.
Dad, what is this for?
This is for sleeping only. What's what for?
I'll feel sad because I'll be away from my family for a long time. This is Dominic Allen.
Nice to meet you, Dominic. How are you? And where are you from?
America.
America, right?
I live in China.
And you live in China? Well, you've gone right around the globe then, virtually, haven't you?
My mom will have a hard time letting me go, but she'll do that because she always wants the best for me. So she thinks this is the best, so she'll let me go, even though it'll be a very hard time for her.
It's not the sense of whether I worry about him being here in school. He's an independent kid, and it's a good school. It's just emotion that you feel. Children grow up so fast.
Welcome back to Somerset and to our illustrious tent, wherein 10 bakers are continuing to do baking battle.
They face a weekend of arduous challenges in an effort to impress Mary Berry and Paul, the silverback Hollywood. Well, the butter is room temperature, the flour is sifted, but who will crumble? Forgive me. Welcome to the Great British Bake Off. Bakers, that's half an hour to go. Just 30 minutes left.
The crunch point is when to assemble the thing, because after I've assembled it, it's not going to take long for it just to go. So I'm going to have to be quite quick.
After the failure of one of his layers, Ryan's emergency meringue is presenting its own problems.
It's going to be bigger than this tower, and part of this tower is meant to go straight up. That would have sat there perfectly, and it held all the cream and everything will just come into place. The new meringue will be bigger, so it will just look odd.
Are you going to leave enough time to finish it properly? Because you know you've got to make this look good.
Well,
no.
I've never finished it properly before. I say I don't want to commit. I don't want to commit myself, because if something goes wrong, I'll go, oh yeah, I chose that anyway.
I don't know. You can't create something and then back reference what it is, if you know what I mean. Post-rationalise what it is.
Well, if I haven't created it anyway, how can I?
This is getting way too meta. I mean, this is becoming BBC 4 as we're talking.
What's that? That used to be a fire.
The group will have to agree where to sleep.
Got 2 beds in here.
And there are more of them than there are bedrooms.
When I came to England, I ended up in a house with people I never met, and I slept on a sofa without cushions.
Ola entered Britain illegally from Poland 12 years ago. As soon as she arrived, she worked cash in hand as a cleaner.
Leicester does have racism. I've heard lots of stories like, oh yeah, Polish people come here to steal our jobs. Polish people will take the jobs British people don't want to do. You happy to share? I'm happy to. I'm going to be respectful for the other people to have their own room. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm cool.
But for some, sharing is out of the question.
I do apologize, but I cannot stay tonight.
Just tonight?
Not every night, yeah.
Because the children, is it? Or is it because of...
No, actually, it's for my religion. I'm not allowed to be in contact with the men.
But what about if you have your separate bedroom?
Yeah, but we are in the same house, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay. Who's going to go out for shopping then?
You can go.
No beef, no pork.
No beef, no pork. Polish sausage? Yes. The house where we are now, that we call England, yeah? And we all came to this house like to country. I've got maximum respect for her religion, but if you come into this country, you need to follow the rules. And one of the rules was you have to stay over the night.
Would it be any difference if the men were Somalians?
No.
You still couldn't stay?
No.
Imagine a world without grown-ups. A world governed by children. 10 boys and 10 girls have been given the chance to experience life without adults.
Today showed me that you cannot have always what you want. Everybody's going crazy here.
Living in 2 separate villages, who will cope best without mum and dad?
I've got an empty space. It's my family.
Do girls really grow up quicker? Are boys naturally more aggressive? And who will build a better world, girls or boys? It's the 4th day without adults.
This is terrible!
And this morning, the boys and girls have a very grown-up problem.
You can order food! Oh my God! You must leave me now!
All their food has gone.
Give us some food!
In its place, the 9 boys have been given £450.
Kill the chicken! Kill the chicken! Cooper, there's no food! Give me that money! Run, TJ, run!
Over the next 3 days, the boys and girls will have to manage their village finances, providing all their own food and entertainment.
They haven't noticed. Oh, no, they haven't.
No, they're oblivious.
We're looking outside.
As they tackle the realities of paying their own way, they'll be observed by their parents.
I think the boys are going to go out and buy an Xbox 360.
I think a lot of girls are better at money than boys, and I don't know if that's parents' influence or just girls in general.
How are you with money?
Crap.
If you have no confidence,
I've had my boobs done, I've had my teeth done.
if your lack of self-esteem is ruining your career,
I'm always just waiting for the worst thing to happen.
and if you've even let it affect your family,
Does it make you doubt you?
Yeah.
could you ever be persuaded to take a risk even the most self-assured person would never consider?
The thought of it makes me want to be sick.
In this uncompromising new series, each week, 5 people from the same profession are undertaking one of the most extreme confidence-building courses ever attempted. It's the brainchild of psychologist Emma Kenny.
By bringing these people together with others just like them and forcing them out of their comfort zone, they'll be able to see that change isn't impossible.
The volunteers will be mentored by image consultant Jonathan Pang.
I've worked with some of the world's most beautiful women. I've launched the careers of supermodels, and all of them lack confidence in some area of their lives.
From the moment they arrive at this country house, they'll begin a grueling series of tasks designed to completely overhaul their self-image
I don't want to do it.
and prepare them for a final challenge that none of them expected
Oh my God!
or believed they could ever pull off. But after just 4 days, will they actually have the confidence to get naked in public?
I didn't think that 4 days could make that much of a difference.
There's no makeovers,
What's holding you back?
no diets,
I just hate my body.
no cosmetic surgery.
What made you get the implants?
Not being fulfilled in myself.
This is about what's inside.
I haven't seen you smile like that since you've got here.
Can you really convince people who thought they had nothing to offer
Is that bloody easy? I wouldn't be like this.
believe there's nothing to fear?